sometimes people just do not know how to act right.
Yeah, it's true. One of my big pet peeves with people acting right is like, say, for instance, you're going into a store and you hold the door for them and they don't say thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
that ain't cool.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's ridiculous. Is that worse, or is it worse when people bring excessive amounts of Tupperware to the function?
They shouldn't be bringing any Tupperware to the function. You eat what, I don't know, we'll get into it.
Yeah, but on that note, today we're talking about social etiquette. The do's and don'ts of how to act right, when you're around a social gathering or anything of that nature. So let's get into it. Yeah, so like social etiquette, specifically at something like a social function, barbecues, weddings, funerals. So what are the sort of pet peeves that you guys have in terms of stuff like that?
Social cues.
Where do we start?
I mean, you guys were talking about before. How about you, Mom? What's some of your pet peeves?
So, seriously, like for real, one of my pet peeves are people not RSVPing to a function. So you put on there RSVP by this date,
Right.
And they don't call, they don't text. You give them multiple ways to communicate with you to let you know if they're coming or not.
Right. This is the start. That's the beginning.
Right. The function hasn't even started yet.
Right. And they messing up the social cues.
Exactly. So I think RSVPing is somewhat of a pet peeve. You want to know how many people are actually going to show up. And then when they RSVP and they don't show up, that's a problem.
Yeah, there's a reason for
That's
the
a problem.
RSVP. There's a serious reason. Because a lot of places, you got to give a head count.
Right.
You paying for plates as far as weddings are concerned.
Right.
So it's serious, but people, I don't understand. People don't understand that.
And then you have the other side of it. People will show up, and then they bring about 10 other people,
Stop
and you're
it.
like, what the hell?
Yo.
Who are these people?
Yeah.
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 That's a whole other thing too, because again,
Right.
You do a head count, you account for how many people you gotta have as far as food or whatever.
Food, the venue itself, especially in these COVID times, you got to know the number.
You got to know the numbers because you got to account. Like I said, you get a caterer, you say for how many people, and you got food, which leads to a whole other thing when you're talking about the food.
Maya kind of
touched on that. Yeah, and that's one of my major pet peeves too.
Come on. What's the matter, Jay?
So let me. Yeah. I may need counseling after this one. Maya alluded to the whole bringing in a certain amount of Tupperware. First, 1A, you should not be going nowhere bringing Tupperware. You shouldn't be bringing Tupperware. You should go thinking that I'm going to have a meal at the function and I'm going to go home.
Right.
Maybe make a plate
at
the end.
If the guests say you can make a plate, don't assume.
Host, you mean.
Do not assume.
Do not assume that you're going to be bringing meals home for your lunch, your family that didn't come. You understand what I'm saying?
My 3 kids.
Right.
They wanted some oxtail.
My cousin, who I don't even know.
Right. So then them 3 kids should have been there. That goes back to the RSVP.
It all comes together.
It all
connects.
So, you shouldn't go to, and then with the plates, you make the plate at the beginning of the function before you even eat. Yeah, I may need therapy after this one. Before the party even started, other guests ain't came. It's early. It's like 6 o'clock. You making the plate and taking it to the car. That's a foul. That's a flag on the play. It's not cute at all.
15
Red
yards.
flags.
And from now on, anybody coming to a Jones function, I'm calling you out on the microphone.
Wow. Oh.
Dad, I like it.
You heard it here first,
You heard it here first. You get called out.
I like it.
Again, if they say, if it's all right, you can make a play. Because a lot of times you go to a function. We've been to functions where people say, I got all this food.
Yeah, sometimes it's like
I want you to take a plate.
Exactly. Right. Sometimes it's helpful because sometimes you could have way too much
Tons of food.
Sure, I've been to not even like parties and stuff like that, but I've been to places where we've gotten a bunch of food and no one and no one could like eat all that food or finish
Right.
it all.
Yeah.
And there are times when I wish I would have brought some Tupperware because there was this one time. No, well, I mean, there was this one time I was working at a place and we brought a bunch of food in. We had to throw out like 2/3 of it.
Oh,
Yeah, see, that's
yeah,
not
that's
cool.
upsetting.
I hate
Yeah,
that.
that's
It's
upsetting.
You want to do
awful.
that.
Right.
You want people to take food away, but
Absolutely.
you just wait for the host to
Yeah,
say.
exactly.
So,
Yeah. What about weddings? Anything for weddings? Pet peeves?
What, like buying your plate? I mean, giving a gift, buying your plate with the gift that you give for the couple. I know that's a
good one.
rule.
Okay.
What's-
Okay.
So
the
what's this
rule-
for?
School him.
Yeah, I don't know.
So the rule is when you're thinking of getting a gift for the couple, you buy a gift or give the amount of money that's equal to the plate.
At least pay
So-
for your plate.
Pay for your plate. So how much does it cost for you to eat at this venue? Obviously, they account that in their cost. So you pay your plate, so to speak,
That's
and the
interesting.
gift or money.
Okay.
Right. And a little.
that's
Not.
fair.
I think they want the money, not the gift. But
Yeah.
because that's what the shout. You know what? Let's talk about it.
Oh,
Why, when people get married, there has to be an engagement party,
oh my God.
a bridal shower, the wedding, then a housewarming. Like
There's
it's
a lot of
too
stuff.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the time your investment in a wedding is very expensive. So, like Maya said,
Yeah.
equal the plate. Plus, you want to give them like
A
a
little
little something.
something
Right.
extra.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I think that's a fair, What about funerals? Because,
Is that
you know,
social
Is there any
etiquette?
etiquette for funerals?
I'm sure there is. Let me think. Social etiquette in funeral. Well, I mean, I can't think off the top of my head, but I mean, there's social etiquette and everything.
there's
Exactly.
social etiquette and everything.
As far as funerals, I mean, don't be late.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the.
Well,
mean-
I guess it depends on the
If it's is it a wake or is
Or
it
was
the,
it wake, right?
Yeah.
The actual service,
Exactly.
things like that.
that might make a
Well,
difference
okay.
too.
I know one. All right. So at a funeral or a service, right? You got to respect whatever it is, the wishes of the family, the grieving party involved. So you got to respect their wishes because I know we've been to wakes, funerals, what have you.
Yeah.
Where the family didn't want, say, somebody to, get up because you ask people to get up and say words or do whatever,
Right.
Sure.
to sing or whatever, you did whatever it is.
Right.
Like in this case in point, the party involved, the family involved didn't want anybody to sing anything because sometimes people get up there and want to sing or say something.
They feel
And
the Holy Spirit.
No,
come
they
through
do.
them.
They really doing too much.
And somebody
I don't
got
even-
up there and sang, and everybody was like,
Why?
well, because they want to do people. Unfortunately, at these things, sometimes people just want to perform.
Yeah.
You have those types, unfortunately, but I mean, it is what it is. They want to
guess
get up
that-
there and perform.
that-
And that happened, and everybody was like,
That really goes into that whole social etiquette sort of thing, where it's kind of
Exactly.
just like, why are you doing this?
right,
Right.
when they don't want
This ain't about you. It's about the person that passed away. I don't
Exactly.
even.
And
Oh,
that's-
that's
Some
it's about
people
their
do
family,
that.
pretty much.
Yeah.
They make it about them.
Yeah.
That's what some people do.
Right.
Absolutely.
that don't make no sense to me.
But
So
And
what
it-
about?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh no, what were you gonna
No,
say?
no, you go.
I was gonna say, what about parties? Like parties. I know there's
Social
different parties.
Party!
There's
like house
barbecues,
parties.
there's dinner parties, there's the house parties, different type of parties, and
What-
different types of etiquette.
Which is interesting about that, because you were talking about RSVPing to parties and stuff like that. I feel like that's very much like grown folk stuff. You know what I mean?
That's
RSVP
true.
for a party as
It
opposed to
is.
like a house party, like a college party.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Or
that's a whole
whatever.
different.
That's just.
I don't know where the social
yeah,
etiquette
no,
is there.
I would think in
You
a
know?
situation like that, it would be, if it's a house party, if you're younger or older, respecting the people's house, you know what I'm saying?
you're right.
Don't
Yeah.
trash, don't, because
Don't trash
sometimes
the
people,
house.
yeah, exactly.
That I
Because you
don't
see in
get.
movies sometimes, I never
Right.
seen it in real life, where people be all in the bedrooms and all that stuff. That's a TV thing, but I don't know if it happens in real life. Never happened
It
to us.
probably does.
It
It
probably
does.
does.
It probably does. There's
But
probably,
that's
yeah.
social etiquette.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've been
Bring
to,
something.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead. You was gonna say you've been to a party where?
I would say
Share.
in that same vein, I've been to house parties, and usually it's pretty like tame as far as
Right.
people like trash and stuff or whatever.
Right.
I mean, sometimes there is a funny one in terms of a
gosh.
social etiquette thing. If you're, especially for a house party or college or something like that, if your friend is too messed up, you take them home. If you know that person, you take that person home. Yeah.
Get your girl.
Yeah.
Get
Get
your
your girl,
boy.
get
that's
your boy.
a social etiquette thing too, right?
Absolutely.
That
You
is-
leave with who you came with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Leave nobody behind.
Right.
Yeah.
If you come with someone and if they just ditch you like that, that is so fake. I'm so happy I've never been in that situation.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
You come with who you leave. You leave with who you come with.
Right. Yeah.
That's fair.
Especially, I mean, I don't know if this sounds, but especially with women.
Oh,
no,
Sense
100%.
that,
Definitely.
Oh, yeah,
You
that
gotta
was
be
the
leaving
rule.
them,
no, it's true.
you don't,
definitely.
nah.
When
You
we get ready
came with
to
us,
go-
you leaving with us. You
Yeah.
can-
Right.
When we get back to the house, you can, go and do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I brought you back.
Yeah,
I see you
I'm
safe and
taking you
sound.
back to where
Yeah.
I picked you up at. I'm not leaving you at
Right.
this party.
Right.
Everything else is your business, but
Right.
but after once you're with me, there's a responsibility.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you have to look out for
definitely.
each other.
100%.
Right?
Right.
So what about in relationships? Because there's social settings, but then there's also relationships, whether it be family, friends, or significant other, and how they should show up. Like, what is the social etiquette there, or what's the expectation?
I think there's a respect level. That's the foundation with everything.
Yeah.
You know,
Right,
that's first, and then after that, just respect. I think, and after that, it kind of guides you. Like if you're respectful, like I know you hate this example, when a guy picks up a girl and he honks the horn.
Oh, Lord,
I
no.
know that,
Lord, no.
like
If he honks outside and don't come in, just honk,
Yeah.
honk,
Yeah,
honk
Off
horn
the top.
Off the top. Oh, I'm going outside.
Yeah.
Some cat come honking the horn here. I'm going outside. I'm going to go outside. You're going to get me
you
coming
gonna
to
see
the
me.
door.
Right.
that's the reaction.
That's the reaction. Come on, man. Be respectful. Come to the door. Knock on the door like a person's supposed to.
Like a human being.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Right. Let me ask you a
Bam-bam.
question. Let me ask you a question because this goes back to it's social etiquette or norms, maybe you could say. Do you think that we're talking about a guy coming to the door and just beeping or whatever? Not coming to the door, just beeping. Do you think that it's social norm or the right thing to do to ask for a woman's hand in marriage?
Asking the parents?
Asking the parents.
Yes.
Honestly, I think that's kind of old school.
Yeah, me
I
too.
wouldn't be offended if
wouldn't?
if you were dating somebody and I knew them and y'all were dating for a while.
Right.
If they didn't ask me, and if they came up to us one day and say we're getting married without him asking me,
Oh. I
didn't-
would have a problem with that.
I didn't ask
Oh,
your.
you
I
would
don't
have
think
a
I
problem
had.
with
I
it.
asked your father. We told
We
them we were
talked to
getting
them.
married.
Yeah, we talked to them.
But I didn't ask your father for your daughter's hand. in
Okay, so
marriage.
maybe that's go ahead,
I
Marcus.
also feel like it's different in the sense that you guys were kids.
Right.
Yeah,
But
you were young. Yeah.
I go ahead, Marcus. What were you gonna say?
No,
about
I was
that?
gonna say to that point. I mean, you know me in terms of not being
Oh, but
traditional
we know
or
how this
anything
cat.
like that.
He gonna pop up married one day.
I don't know if it's gonna be like that, but as far as like asking. I mean, it seems old school to me, but it also depends on the relationship you have
Right, that's
with
true.
that family.
That's
you know?
true too.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So-
That's a major part.
But I can't
Right.
see. I mean, personally speaking, at least until I know whoever, whatever that is. But I can't see myself talking to, like her father or something like that and being like, hey, I want to do this. I just feel like it's different.
It also depends on the relationship and who it is. I think.
I can't
honestly.
see myself doing it, or at
I'm
least on purpose.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing or it shouldn't happen. Not at all. I mean, if that happens, then that's cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a necessity.
Agreed.
So let me break this down.
Especially if I like them.
Right? Yeah, you like them. That's great.
Yeah.
But you're about to enter into a situation where you're about to be my family. So I think it's just common courtesy to say, hey, even, I want to propose to your daughter.
Yeah, but what am I gonna say?
And,
No.
well, no, you're not going to say no, but you're giving them the heads up. You're saying,
Oh,
I'm
a
really
heads up.
serious. And when I say hand in marriage, maybe that was too much, right?
Yeah.
If you
If you
tell
say,
me.
look, I really love your daughter, and
Okay, that's
I want to.
different. All right,
Yeah,
so
so-
that reads different.
yeah, it
Yeah.
reads different. You're
I
right.
would say, as opposed to, in that sense, yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
less about asking for marriage and
Sounds
just
like a
being-
conversation.
Just
It's
a conversation.
It's just more so, just so you know,
Just so
I
you know.
really care about
Exactly.
Your,
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right,
Yes.
that
yes.
reads a little different.
Yeah.
That's what I
Asking
would say.
for somebody's hand.
That's what I would say.
As opposed, not asking for somebody's hand, but more so just so you know, just so you're aware, I'm
gonna
serious
ask.
about this relationship.
Right.
So that's more the
Give 'em
go
the
ahead
heads
than
up.
anything. Yeah.
Right.
I think it's
That's cool.
get
yeah,
that.
heads up.
I want the heads up.
Clearly.
You want to be there when it's asked. I mean, we know how you
Oh.
get there.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that may
Well,
not
it
happen.
depends.
That may not
It
happen.
depends because sometimes people do
Nah.
these elaborate things where they
Or
film it
they
with
just
all
do
their
it with-
family,
between
or
them
they
two
do it
at
between
dinner.
them. And I don't mind that. I think that's special.
That's the
course.
thing. I mean, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
you gotta
That's
do
the
it.
thing. At the end of the day, with that is that
Sure.
it's really. I mean, there's also etiquette part of it and all that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, yeah, you're entering in a family, but it's the two of you.
Right.
That's the.
Very true. Very true.
That's
But
what it
That's
is.
the essence.
But
But you're nosy, so that's a whole other thing.
no, I'm not nosy.
But
You
with
are,
the
but-
whole thing.
Not
when
with
you-
relationships. Go ahead.
When
I'm
you
sorry.
marry,
Oh, you
marry
are.
me, marry the family.
You
That
sure
is
do.
true.
Oh,
That's
yeah, no, that's
100% true.
100%.
Oh,
true.
definitely.
I can't.
It's very.
I
true.
can't get away from any family situation because you would assume that a person will be close to their family and
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
and you're going to
But
be
I mean,
entrenched in
right.
that. There's
Sure.
no way to get around that, honestly.
Yeah,
No.
but you never.
At some level.
Every person is different, so it's kind of hard to just sort of blanket say, this is sort of the thing that you should be doing because you don't.
She's eating her
I know,
up.
yeah, I know.
Bottom line, she wants to be notified.
Yeah.
I want to be notified, and the person
You want
that
them
you're
push notifications up.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
and the person that you're going to be involved with, you or Maya, they need to be engaged with their family. I think. But you know what? That's a whole
That's
nother
a whole other
conversation,
thing.
right?
Yeah. I know
That's a
you
whole
love
other conversation.
relationships.
That's a whole. I know.
That's a
But
whole
is
other
there any
conversation.
type of
All
other
right, so-
relationship that deals with social norms?
Social norms. I think this whole thing, and it happens more so now with you younger people. I mean, it happened, but now it's a thing. It's called social etiquette in terms of the whole ghosting thing. That's a
Don't get me
social
started.
etiquette thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, I think that's
Ghosting and-
ridiculous
yeah,
when people just
right.
disappear. You start talking without just letting somebody know. Listen, I think you're cool, but I think we both need to part ways. That type of thing.
That's
Oh, yeah.
easy.
That's easy.
That's
and,
easy.
and people should just be able to understand.
Yeah.
But now it seems like this whole ghosting thing where people just fall off the face of the earth.
It's a common thing.
Right. And I think, like I said, more so. I don't know if it's more. Is it more so now than was
Yes,
before?
because
I would say.
I
more
think
I
so.
think so
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
Because people just didn't disappear like that,
Mm.
right?
Because your ways of communications
Were
were
different.
different.
Right.
And so
Right.
you couldn't just disappear.
No, you really
Because then
couldn't.
somebody would come knocking on your door.
Right.
What's going on?
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
Now you just
Absolutely.
don't text somebody,
You don't text-
and that's
And
ghosting.
that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much
you don't
it.
respond for like
Right.
3 days.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like, okay, where did they
But
go?
then you're still posting on social media.
living your
Exactly.
best life.
Yeah.
So then,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
So yeah,
Yeah.
But, all right.
a mess.
So,
But yeah, social etiquette in terms of that, and social etiquette in terms of, are we going to talk about performances, I guess?
yeah.
so that's like concerts, plays, movies. Presentations. There's a whole bunch of social etiquette
Oh, don't
when it
even
comes
get
to
me
those things. How people
started
should
on
act
that.
in these venues and spaces.
Yeah.
What's some you can think of?
I really, it really just, it
It's too
grinds
late to
my
me.
gears
Go.
when people talk during someone's presentation or during a that pisses me off.
Right, right.
I just give you a look, like, what the hell are you doing?
Right, somebody's talking or whatever, and people
I
want to
hate
talk.
that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's just like, why are you here?
Why
Go
are you
outside.
here? Yeah, exactly. Why are you impeding us? If you're
Right.
talking to someone quietly on the side or whatever, but if you're talking, especially if you're talking loud, that is
Right.
just
Right.
it's disrespectful, and it's like,
Right.
yeah, what are you gaining from this?
Right.
People-
what you're saying, it can't be that important. Take
People
it
will
outside.
get on whole
Right.
phone calls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sitting
During
there talking loud.
presentation?
Yeah, or whatever these different things that we do,
Right.
presentations. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. It's like, oh, can you take that outside?
Right?
Right. I don't care about your conversation.
I'm doing a
don't.
presentation here.
Yeah, yeah. Or the people I'm trying to listen to
Right.
a presentation.
Right, and that's the thing too. It
know?
impedes on everybody.
Impedes on exactly. Impedes on
Yeah.
everybody. She don't even get me started with movies. There are so many movie things.
Yeah, Marcus, you the movie guy. What's going on in the movie theater?
Shoot, just anything between people being on their phones. Yeah, it's
Kicking in the back of the seat.
kick.
Oh, I hate that.
You were okay. Well, I mean, y'all remember the time when we went to see The Dark Knight Rises, right?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the guy?
Yo,
Yeah.
talk about
That-
social etiquette faux pas.
That was crazy.
Literally at breaking every single rule of what you should be doing in a movie
Yo,
theater.
that was a movie. That was a TV skit.
That
Was that the guy crawling?
The
Yup,
little
the little
boy.
boy.
The little boy crawling.
Yup.
Yo, y'all, so you want to tell them the story? Because
Army crawling.
Okay, so basically,
That was a
we
disaster.
went to see The Dark Knight Rises at the old Comac Theater.
Oh,
All right.
anybody? from Long Island.
you know,
Yeah, from Long Island,
Comac
Comac Theater.
Yeah.
I mean, the place was trash, but
Sticky-
still.
Sticky floors.
Sticky floor seat went all the way back to the floor.
It's a nostalgia thing for us.
Yeah.
In any
But we
case,
loved it.
so we went to see The Dark Knight Rises. This was like not in the middle of the day. It was like kind of in the middle of the day, maybe
It
a
was
little
like
bit later.
the end of the day.
Towards the
Okay.
end of the day, like a 4 o'clock
Four or
showing
something.
or something
Right,
like that, right?
evening-ish.
There was a family right in front of us, and they were just doing the most. There was
Everything.
This little boy talking, arguing with his cousin, I believe.
He was on his phone.
Yeah, was it the dad on his phone?
I think he was on his phone playing
The
games
kid?
or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yes.
Yeah.
The kid was playing video
my
games
God.
on his phone, like arguing with his cousin. The mom is trying to interject.
Right.
The boy's calling to his dad. The dad's not doing anything
Right.
up until one moment where he is just blasting this kid.
Yeah.
And this is literally
'Cause I
happening.
think he like cursed or said something
I think
like
so.
loud.
Loud.
Sitting right in front
And the
of you.
movie was going on.
Yes.
Right in front of us. Like literally, they
Right
were
in
the
front
row
of
ahead of
front.
us, the row in front. So we're just seeing we were just
All of
witnessing
it.
all
We
of
weren't
this
watching
happen.
the movie, we were watching them.
We were
Right
watching
at
them.
that point.
Yeah. And the kid cries or whatever. Army crawls through the seat,
Yo.
gets the usher to gets the usher to talk to the dad or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right.
He brought him down the aisle.
Yes.
This literally happened all during the same movie.
That was
I
interesting.
forgot about he brought the usher down
Yup.
to talk to his dad about it. or
Yeah, and then
something.
remember the dad like snatched him up at
Yeah,
one point.
it was
after
bad.
That.
It was
It was
terrible.
really bad.
So
was a
there's
little
all-
So
that
I
was
should
not
just say,
good.
literally all of the faux pas that you shouldn't be doing during a movie, we witnessed in one sitting.
Yeah, that was bad.
the not taking the baby out thing.
Right,
certain
when they
situations.
cry and
Yeah,
cry
which
and
is
cry.
understandable.
Right.
But take them out.
Can you take them out?
Yeah,
You
you're
just
gonna
ain't
have to
gonna see
leave.
this movie. You
Especially
just ain't
if
gonna
it's-
see this movie.
Especially if it's an adult, like close to an adult movie.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Like if it's
I
like
know.
a
I've
kid
seen
movie,
that too.
whatever,
Right,
then
but
you
that's
kind of
in-
expect that.
But that's in also that's in the movie. That's in church. You
Yeah.
know, with the baby crying, it's like you take them out and
Take
soup.
'em out.
Take them out.
Take 'em
You're
out.
gonna see- after a couple minutes, it's like okay, they're not calming down. You got to take them out.
You got to take them out. Yeah, exactly. It's like after a certain amount of time, if they're doing it so many times that people are looking at you,
Exactly.
Giving
Yeah.
you the half turn.
you should. Yeah, giving you exactly
So-
the half turn.
Sometimes you just gotta give people the look
Right.
Yeah, you do.
to be like,
You do.
do something different here.
Like, come on, y'all.
Another thing that really, and we experienced this yesterday, we went to a play,
Oh.
and people were coming in. There was probably about 30 minutes left of the play, and there was still people coming in late.
I don't think it was people coming in late. I think it was people going to the bathroom and coming back.
There were people that were
No, there was,
coming in.
there were some people who came
You know
like
what?
30
No,
minutes
admittedly-
in.
Yeah.
Oh, 30 minutes. Oh, okay,
Like
I'm
30
sorry.
minutes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
right.
What
No,
are they
you're right.
doing?
And when I think even halfway through,
That's what
there
I'm
was a
saying.
whole
It
group.
was-
There was a whole group of people.
Right. Because they try to wait until a certain scene
They
is
do,
over.
Yeah.
they
and
do.
give
But
them a moment.
come on, show up.
Show up.
Try to be on time.
Be on time.
Yeah.
Play started 15 minutes late anyway, and y'all still not there.
I know, right?
Right?
That'll make no
It started
sense.
15 minutes late.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
CP time.
Yeah. Thoughts of a colored man. Yeah. Great play though.
Yo, oh my goodness.
No,
They,
it's
I
good,
think they
y'all.
wait for seats to fill up.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they do. They
Yeah, 'cause
don't
people
want-
are doing all
because they
different-
know we're gonna be late.
Right. They
Well,
don't
it's
wanna-
that and people are going through sort of in like like bathrooms and stuff like that. People are
Right.
getting drinks.
Yeah, a little bit.
They want to
yeah.
perform it to a full.
Exactly.
You know,
Full audience.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So, are there any other social
Well, there's
any
a lot.
advice that you could give someone to be socially correct? Now, this is, I mean, these are our opinions, but I think a lot
Yeah.
of them are past our opinions,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think
We-
are really.
and we'd like to hear yours because I'm sure that
Absolutely.
there's a lot that we're missing. We want to,
Yeah.
you guys to comment or what have you. Let us know.
Right.
Definitely,
Absolutely.
yeah, for sure. Let us know your stories.
I
with
think
some of
it
that stuff.
all. I think Maya hit on the point. It all of these things come from respect.
The foundation
The
is
foundation
respect.
is respect.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know, and treating people how you want to be
Wanna be
treated.
treated.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Absolutely,
Treat
absolutely.
people how you want to be treated. Would you want someone, would you want to hold the door open for someone and then they
Right.
don't say thank you?
Right.
Then
Like
don't
the
do that to
doorman.
someone else.
Yeah, don't do it to someone else.
It's honestly as basic as that.
It's not hard.
Yeah, you know. So,
It's
where
really
can they
nice
find
fun.
us?
Oh, yes. So, if you want to continue this conversation with us on social media, definitely follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You could be watching us on YouTube right now.
So hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell to get notified when we put up new videos.
Yes.
We are all over the internet.
All over, y'all.
All over that.
All over.
All over. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Listen to stories and fable of a drink. Let's get this thing rolling. They can hate from the outside, but in here, your family. Come kick it with people you trust. lifting you up with stories of empathy. In this home, you be what you want, not what you're told to become as you are. Carrying this load alone is hard, but we'll spot you part of the squad. Let's kick it.